so we're back here with Slaughterhouse Times. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about the Western bias in the news. But first, that's related to the book. So Billy says after the bombing of Dresden that America, they covered it up, and they didn't want their people to know about it. And I mean, I could say, or you could say rightly so, but because obviously, I don't think as a citizen, a U.S. citizen, that you really want to know of the crimes that we've committed. But at the same time, you need to know its history, and it's not. I mean, you don't always make the right decisions. So, but Germany, since it happened to them, they knew, and their citizens knew, and so they had a hatred against us. And I think that's super prevalent in today's world as well.
Well, covering up Dresden isn't bad as how the Germans just skipped 10 years in their history and just cover up the whole Holocaust.
No, I mean I know that, but
we blew up one city. They killed 6 million Jews.
I know, but it's sort of like
doesn't excuse us.
Yeah, last week we talked about Martin Luther King. We
We
talked about Martin Luther King and how he fought violence with peace. So if we are gonna
There's no way
do
to
that,
stop Hitler with peace.
No, I know, but we still committed. What we did, it wasn't to win the war. The war was over. It was just to get revenge and just to make Germany pay more.
Well, they deserved it, kind of. I mean,
whether they deserve it or not,
eye.
it's beyond the point, though, because it's just inhumane.
What they did was even more inhumane, so it washes it out.
But who did we kill, though?
What?
We killed innocent children, families.
Yeah, it's just random
We just
civilians.
wiped out
They killed
whole
innocent
town.
families. Yeah, but there were Nazis there, too.
But we're not Nazis, though.
I know we're not
Exactly.
Nazis.
Exactly.
We killed the Nazis.
No, but it made us seem like we're
we're
just as bad
bad,
if we did
yeah.
if we did that. But then America, no one ever knew about it.
Well, are we Nazis? If you think about it,
Mhm.
aren't we?
And-
Well, you're black, so no.
True.
So Billy even said, actually, it was earlier on in the novel, but he says how in the bombing of Dresden, everyone who was supposed to die, died. So obviously, America and Britain, they went into this attack knowing they don't want anyone to survive. They don't want anyone to get out because
They don't want anybody to know.
exactly. If everyone's dead, no one knows. Because, people didn't really care about Germany at this point. They didn't care about their city. They didn't care what it looked like. So if there are no survivors to tell the tale, then no one's going to know except Germany. So they were able to cover it up for so long. And now it's at a point where, even though we know, it's do we really care?
We don't really care, to be
I
honest
don't
with
really
you.
care at all.
Like Miles said, he doesn't care, but we should probably care because it was a bad thing that we did, and we always claimed to be America and always claimed to be righteous and free and fighting for justice. That's not justice. Killing, wiping out a whole town of innocent people, for no reason, pretty much. There wasn't any bases, no army there. It wasn't any soldiers there. There was only POWs there. They didn't even care about the POWs there. They wanted to kill everyone, literally.
I know.
And it was funny how after the bombing, they sent the planes to come in to see if anybody was left, and they were shooting at Billy and the guards. No one got hit, thankfully, but it's crazy how they came back after they just bombed bombed the town full of hellfire. It's crazy.
So it's basically the exact same lines. How America, we were hidden from this information, but Germany wasn't. In today's world, the history books that were taught in school, they all have a Western slant and a European slant. So we learn about things from usually the winner's perspective, and usually the winner happens, this is as unbiased as I can get, happens to be us. So,
Back-to-back World War champs,
exactly,
right?
exactly. So usually the winner happens to be us. Don't mean to brag, but
USA.
we're taught about
Top down.
we're taught about history as it relates to us, but we aren't taught about history as it relates to countries like China or Africa. And we honestly, as bad as it sounds, we don't care about that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's pretty much the same thing with Dresden.
Yeah, we covered it up. We didn't talk about it much. We talked about all the things the Nazis did, but we never talked about anything we did. Never.
I learned in like 6th grade about the Japanese like internment camps or whatever we had in here, in America.
But even when that was I mean, we know about it now, just like we know about Dresden now. But when it was happening, I mean, that's secret information.
Well, I mean, we knew about like Hiroshima and Nagasaki when we bombed them.
And we were proud about
Yeah,
it.
we were very proud about it.
Yeah.
We were proud about that. So
We should be.
then I got one more thing. So you guys both know about the recent bombings in Paris.
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Did either of you guys know about the bombings in Beirut?
I did.
Is Beirut a country?
Exactly. Exactly. No one knew about it. So it's a place in Africa, and no one heard about it because we're so focused on. It's almost like it's not a tragedy if a black guy dies. If a white guy dies, it's a tragedy.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It is
In other
similar to that,
countries.
yeah.
The whole
It's-
Black
actually-
Lives Matter
we-
thing? Are you kidding
We
me?
talked about this in human geography. We said there was this tribe of people when we were watching some video on cultures, and there was a tribal man who died in some accident. Like they were doing a custom or ritual, and he died. But we sort of watched the movie, and it's like, well, I mean, it's their custom, it's their culture. I guess that's what's supposed to happen. But then there was a white guy, a cameraman for the show, and he wound up dying. So it's a tragedy now because he died. But if it was only the tribal people who died, do we really care? After the break, we'll discuss America's industrial military complex.